I sometimes say to people that if one were to lose an election by one vote in a small town, or better yet, win an election by one vote in a small town, and you walk the main street the next day, each person you meet will claim to be that vote that elected you. Say, I voted for you, I elected you, you won by one vote. The votes are sort of fungible. It's hard to tell what did what. Now, there was an item on the ballot to permit Staten Island to secede from the rest of the city. That achieved ballot status because Mel Miller, who was then the Speaker of the Assembly, and the Assembly was controlled by Democrats, permitted it to pass. The Senate, of course, passed it because they were favorable to Staten Island's wishes. Mayoral, the governor, signed it, which permitted it to then be on the ballot. And I came out of Staten Island 40,000 votes behind Rudolph Giuliani. The margin of defeat was in the neighborhood of 50 to 60,000, which means half of that number would have changed the outcome, so that I could assign the total reason for loss to Staten Island and to the fact this was on the ballot. So clearly, Crown Heights didn't help my cause, but it is not the sole reason by any means. And if we look at the earlier election of 1989, when it was thought that I would not survive the primary, and instead of getting under 40%, I got over 50% against three strong candidates. And yet, in the general election against Rudolph Giuliani, at a time when I have not yet been mayor, I haven't had a chance to screw up anything. So how come I didn't do better in a city with a 4 or 5 to 1 Democratic enrollment over Republicans? And so they used to ask me, and I'd say, why do you ask? Now when they ask me, I say racism. Pure and simple. So, and incidentally, the margin each time, my win and my loss, the margin was about the same. 1.9 million votes cast and a difference of 50 or 60,000.
Pure, but not always so simple, is it?
True.